So these practices coming from ancient tradition of Tibet, this is a yogic exercises. Ancient time, all the masters and yogis, they did these practices for prevent diseases or heal the diseases and also enhance their spiritual practices. The way these practices work is basically it really like opens up all the energy centers in our body, all the subtle channels in our body, and then which then allows the winds to flow better, and this winds carries our pure consciousness into its highest place. So this is a wonderful exercises, and we have put it in a way that it is simple enough that everybody can apply in our daily life. Anybody who is doing any form of spiritual practices, just before you actually do your meditation, sitting practices, if you do a 9 breathing practices, and if you do the Tsanung exercise, it really like opens up all the energy centers. Our ultimate wish is may these practices help many sentient beings regardless of your spiritual background. May these practices unblock all the energy centers and channels in your body so that pure wind will flow. They will carry your pure awareness, pure consciousness into highest place for your own personal development and ultimately for self-realization and your happiness.
In the practice of the 9 breathings of purification, we clear the 3 root poisons of anger, attachment, and ignorance. Bringing the focus to our breath, we guide the subtle breath, or lung, through the inner channels in the body, affecting a deep release of the poisons and thereby supporting the practitioner to connect with open awareness. To begin the practice of the 9 breathings, sit simply with your legs crossed and your spine straight. Your chest is open and your chin is slightly drawn in to lengthen the back of your neck. Now imagine 3 channels of light in your body. The central channel begins 4 finger widths below your navel and rises straight up through the center of your body, opening at the crown of your head. This channel of light is blue, like a clear autumn sky. In diameter, imagine it to be the size of your thumb. On either side of the central channel are 2 narrower side channels, a white channel on your right and a red channel on your left. The 3 channels form a junction 4 finger widths below the navel. From this junction, the side channels extend the length of your body on either side of the central channel, but as they approach the crown of your head, instead of opening at the crown like the central channel, they curve forward under your skull, pass behind your eyes, and open one at each nostril. The right white channel opens at the right nostril, and represents male energy and skillful means. The left red channel opens at the left nostril and represents female energy and wisdom. As you settle into the support of your posture, connect with the stillness of your body. Listen to the inner silence. Connect for a moment with the thought-free, open space of mind. With the first set of 3 breaths, we clear the poison of anger, releasing it through the right white channel. With the second set of 3 breaths, we clear the poison of attachment, releasing it through the left red channel. With the third set of 3 breaths, we clear the root poison, ignorance, releasing doubt and lack of confidence through the central blue channel. In the first set of 3 breaths, raise your right hand with the tip of your thumb pressing the base of the ring finger and close the right nostril with that finger. Inhale deeply through the left nostril. Imagine pure green healing light flows through the left red channel to the junction below the navel. Switch your hand over and close the left nostril. Exhale, imagining the subtle breath flows through the pathway of the right white channel, clearing the poison of anger, which dissolves into space with the exhalation. Repeat this for 3 breaths. Feel the right white channel becomes increasingly clear, luminous, and open. Now bring the left hand up, thumb pressing the base of the ring finger, and close the left nostril with that finger. Inhale deeply through the right nostril. Imagine pure green healing light flows through the right white channel all the way to the junction below the navel. Switch your hand over and close the right nostril. Exhale, imagining the subtle breath flows through the pathway of the left red channel, clearing the poison of attachment, which dissolves into space with the exhalation. Repeat this for 3 breaths. Feel the left red channel becomes increasingly clear, luminous, and open. Now inhale slowly through both nostrils. Imagine the subtle breath follows the pathways of the side channels to the junction. As you slowly exhale, the subtle breath moves up the central channel, clearing the channel of ignorance and doubt, which releases through the crown and dissolves into space. Repeat this for 3 breaths. Feel your central channel becomes increasingly clear, luminous, and open. At the conclusion of the 9 breaths, bring clear attention to the feeling of openness in your body. Breathe gently and normally. Rest in open awareness. The practice of Tsalung involves 5 simple and powerful exercises for releasing physical, energetic, and mental obstacles that prevent one from recognizing the pure and open space of being. Mind, breath, and body movements are coordinated at particular locations or chakras in the body. At the beginning of each exercise, assume a sitting posture with the legs crossed, the back straight, and the chest open. Feel the stillness of the body. Listen to the inner silence. Become aware of a clear and open space of mind. Now bring whatever challenges or obscures you clearly to mind without judging or elaborating. Perform the exercise and release the obstacle. There are 4 stages to the breath: inhaling, holding, re-inhaling, and exhaling. In each exercise, you inhale through your nose, bringing your focus to the specific chakra for that exercise, and imagine that the subtle breath is being held in that chakra, like a vase holds nectar. Next, you re-inhale, taking a little more breath into that chakra, and continue to hold your breath while performing the movement. Here you imagine the subtle breath spreads and nurtures that area. After performing the movement, you exhale slowly and completely through your nostrils. At the same time, any obstacles located in the chakra you are working with are released through that chakra with a subtle breath. Finally, become aware of the opening at that chakra and rest in the openness with clear attention. The movements may be repeated 1 or many times. The first movement works with the upward moving wind or lung and opens the throat and crown chakras. With a focus at the throat chakra, inhale. Re-inhale and feel the subtle breath spreads throughout the chakra. Guide the subtle breath upward as you rotate your head 5 times to the left. Then reverse direction and rotate 5 times to the right. Feel the subtle breath clears and awakens your sense organs and your brain. At the end of the breath, release your breath through the nose slowly at first, and then exhale more sharply, pulling in with your diaphragm. Imagining the subtle breath shoots upward through the crown chakra. The obscurations release into the space above your head where they instantly dissolve. Rest with clear attention in the openness of the throat and crown chakras. The second movement works with the life force wind and opens the heart chakra. With your focus at your heart chakra, inhale. Re-inhale and feel the subtle breath spread throughout the chakra. Extend your right arm to the side and circle the arm overhead 5 times in a lassoing motion. As you circle your arm, feel you are strengthening your life force at your heart chakra. Repeat the motion with your left arm. Continuing to hold your breath, place your hands below your hips and rotate your upper chest to the right 5 times. Repeat on the left side. Imagine the subtle breath releases at your heart chakra, clearing the obscurations. Rest with clear attention in the openness at the heart chakra. The third movement works with the fire-like wind or lung and opens the navel chakra. Focus at the navel chakra and inhale. Pull up with the muscles of the perineum and pelvic platform and push down with your diaphragm to form the vase retention. Re-inhale and imagine warmth spreads and nourishes this chakra as you rotate 5 times in a counterclockwise direction. And then reverse and rotate 5 times in a clockwise direction. At the end of the movement, exhale through the nose and imagine the subtle breath releases through the navel chakra, releasing all obscurations. Rest with clear attention in the openness at the navel chakra. The fourth movement works with the pervasive wind or lung, which pervades the subtle channels of your entire body. Inhale the breath to the junction of the 3 channels. As you re-inhale, feel the breath expanding through your body as you raise your hands over your head and clap them together. Rub your hands together, generating heat, and then massage your body. Continuing to hold your breath, perform the movement of shooting a bow and arrow 5 times to the right side, and then 5 times to the left. At the end of the movement, exhale through your nose and imagine the subtle breath and all obscurations release through every pore of your body. Rest with clear attention in a feeling of pervasive openness. The fifth movement works with the downward clearing wind or lung and opens the secret chakra. Focusing at your secret chakra, inhale and form the basket hold, pulling up with the muscles of your perineum and pelvic platform. With your right leg crossed in front of your left at the ankles and hands on your knees, re-inhale. Turn and hold the right knee, rotating 5 times counterclockwise. Turn and place your hands on your left knee, rotating 5 times clockwise. Then come to center and place your hands on both knees, rotating 5 times counterclockwise. Exhale through your nose as the subtle breath releases all obscurations through the secret chakra in a downward direction. Rest with clear attention in the experience of openness at the secret chakra.
In 2006, we were awarded a grant, a $2.4 million grant from NIH, from the National Institutes of Health, specifically from the National Cancer Institute, to look at these practices. And especially we focus deeper in the Tsalung from the Mother Tantra. And so we are ongoing in that study, looking at the same kind of benefits, especially sleep, anxiety, and quality of life. And we started a second study. Now it's a pilot study using a different intervention. This is for the population is women with breast cancer undergoing chemotherapy, but that express cognitive deficiencies, meaning lack of memory and reduce other cognitive tasks.
And so the patients who were learning these techniques and practicing them while they were getting their chemotherapy, they had fewer symptoms related to their chemotherapy. So then the big study that we have now that's ongoing is actually trying to focus primarily on the patients who are undergoing treatment. And in that research, we're collecting the same types of information in terms of them telling us how they're feeling on different forms. But we're also collecting blood to look at immune function and collecting saliva to look at their stress hormones to see if some of these objective measures also change.
When you try it, then it's no longer a concept or a theory. You have the experience of, that's what it means. That's what openness means. That's what it means to release from this emotion. I never had that before. I did this exercise and it's gone. I felt it. So it's sort of like, tasting sugar for the first time. You can have all the concepts and scientific definitions of how sugar tastes, but once you taste it, you don't need any of that because you had the direct experience of it.